Happy Tuesday. Happy January 10th.
You're so good with the date. I never know what date it is.
I know what day it is. It's a talent I have. We have a great guest today.
I know. Somebody who was in our favorite show of 2016 and surely our favorite nightclub act of 2017.
Definitely. We have Tracie Thoms is here. Yay.
Yeah, she just closed in falsettos. I'm dying to hear how that final performance went with all the tears and cheers.
And fears and okay, moving on.
No fear. That was like the best cast on Broadway. I just want to say that. But so let's talk about the news first. How familiar are you with Percy Jackson? Do you know this franchise? This is like a big thing, right? Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. Is that the movie? The movie is.
It's a book, and then it's a movie.
Yeah, the book is a book. It's a series. It's a thing. There's going to be a musical now.
Yes.
The Lightning Thief, the musical. And Chris McCarroll, who is a former Live guest, and a longtime Les Mis Marius, is he actually playing Percy Jackson World? I guess he is. It's a musical version of it. It's called The Lightning Thief. It's it's written by Joe Trax and Rob Rokicki. That's how I'm saying her name, Rob. I hope that's how I say it.
A musical way of saying that.
It's
Thank
at the Lucille Lortel. It starts March 23rd. It opens April 4th. Start getting obsessed. Okay, I just want to say.
I'm going to work on that.
Yeah, you work on that. I'm going to read all the books. Miss Saigon they announced their full cast, so they're gearing up. People, Miss Saigon is back. They start rehearsals on Thursday.
Oh, you know the rehearsal schedule?
I know their rehearsal schedule. They
cool.
they told us. They told us they start on Thursday.
Okay.
So that is happening. Miss Saigon, are you excited?
Of course.
Have you seen Miss Saigon?
Yes, I was sitting next to you. But that's okay. You don't have to remember everything.
The original. Meryl Streep, caused all that brouhaha at the Golden Globes, and we love her for it. And Barbra Streisand had to, chime in.
While getting her teeth cleaned?
Is that true?
Yeah.
Barbra Streisand.
You know, when
Babs
wants to talk, she just picks up the phone and calls hardball.
Right.
As you do.
And you quote Sondheim.
As you do.
So just look that up on Broadway.com. They're doing this Crazy for You concert.
Yes, I
Manhattan
did know that.
Concert Productions. They've done a lot of great concerts. They did Secret Garden last year. They did Ragtime. They've done a lot. And they just announced. So that's Tony Yazbek, Laura Osnes, Harry Groener, who's in the original Crazy for You.
And it's Susan Stroman directing
Stroman again is directing. Well, she didn't direct it the first time.
She choreographed it.
Right, her husband directed it.
Mike Ockrent.
Yes, the great Mike.
It's always a pop quiz with him. I'm just saying.
It is. It's all about 20 years ago Broadway quiz.
That's actually what I'm good at. Don't ask me anything.
But now they announced that Rachel Dratch and Jack McBrayer are both in it.
Both 30 Rock alums.
From 30 Rock, and Crazy for You is a musical comedy, so they will be well served.
A little comic action there.
That is on February 19th, everybody. La La Land is winning more awards.
Don't you act like you're upset by that?
No, I'm not. I think it's amazing, but it's become the front runner, which becomes a little boring.
I'm not bored. I'm not bored.
So the BAFTA nominations came out. This is the British. They call it the British Oscars. Do you know what? I don't know what it stands for. I'm not going to quiz you.
No idea.
They got 11 nominations. Is that true? Wow, that's 11. That's what I wrote down. Viola Davis also got one, and Lucas Hedges also got one. Now this is interesting. He's in Yen, the new off-Broadway play. Of course, he's in Manchester by the Sea. He's phenomenal in that movie. And now there's Oscar buzz. Bill, is he going to get an Oscar nomination?
Interesting.
Oscar nominations come out January 24th. And the BAFTAs are on the 28th. Dirty Dancing is not really a Broadway project, but I know you're all going to watch it.
It was in the West End.
There was a stage adaptation and on tour around the country. But the new Dirty Dancing they announced an air date, May 24th, right before my birthday.
I knew you were going to say that.
So on ABC, Abigail Breslin's in it. Cole Pratt's, I think his name is. He's the hot one. Deborah Messing, Sarah Hyland, Nicole Scherzinger. So there's theater-ish people in there. They are theater
Theater-ish.
Show folk. And you're all going to watch it because it's Dirty Dancing.
I mean,
Beth might not, but I will, and you will.
It'll be on my DVR. It'll be on my DVR.
There's a fun Neil Patrick Harris, James Corden riff-off.
All Broadway.
That's all that needs to be said.
All Broadway songs.
We have a bunch of great hot shots. Amber Riley is back in Dreamgirls, and she's wearing a shirt that says "The bitch is back."
That's very
she's
clear.
Back.
There she's back.
Effie White is back. The final Sweet Charity. The Clintons backstage at Color Purple on Sunday night. There's a lot of great photos.
Good stuff.
And congratulations to Brian Terrell Clark, who starts tonight in Hamilton.
As
the
George
new
Washington.
George Washington, yeah. So happy first night. And that's
first
it.
night, General.
I'm out.
All right,
'cause
ladies
there's a
and
diva hit.
gentlemen, press the right button, please. Ladies and gentlemen, Tracie Thoms. Is it my turn? It's your turn. Hey, Tracie Thoms.
Hi.
I'm
How's
so
my
happy
hair?
to see your hair looks good. Well, let's see. No, it's good. It's good.
It's
very
good.
good.
It's
Ooh,
good.
I
It's
think I just did
good.
something wrong.
Okay, here we go. We're
Yeah,
looking
I
at
did.
okay.
I'm not very good with the technology. Hey,
Hi.
falsettos is over.
It's
so sad.
and just like that.
And just like that.
It's
But
over.
what a phenomenal show. Tell me about your
Thank you.
experience in the last few. I mean, I think if you know something is going to end when you start, because it was always a limited engagement,
Yeah.
can you sort of enjoy it more knowing that this is what it is?
Yes, this is true. Yeah, that is true. I've never been in an open-ended situation, which is weird to say, but everything I've
Yeah,
done
you've
has
done a
been-
lot of limited engagements.
Yeah. So, but there was a moment we thought we might extend, but we weren't sure, and then we decided not to. And I think, and I understand why, because it's a little gem of a piece.
So good.
And eventually we would have started losing people because, Christian is going off to play Willy Wonka.
As you do.
As
One does.
As one
As
does
one goes
with
from
Christmas Moral.
falsettos to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It's just like so different.
Right.
But you guys really did seem, I mean, I know everyone says this, but you really did seem like a tight-knit family.
We really were.
There's a lot of hugging going on with those.
Lots of hugging, lots of shenanigans.
And you and Betsy
Yeah.
Wolf were so cute together.
I know, my little baby girl.
So have you listened to the whole cast album? Because I have.
I
many times.
have
Are
listened
you
to
happy
it.
with it?
I am happy with it.
That's a good
one of
feeling.
they happen so quickly. These cast albums, you just kind of go in there and knock them out, which is very different from my experience doing the Rent soundtrack for the movie, of course. Because we
Oh, that
did
little
that
show
that
called Rent
little
that you
show
did.
called Rent.
Speaking
Yeah.
of Nicole Scherzinger, which we just
Speaking
did.
of Nicole Scherzinger,
So you did Rent
one of my
many
Marines.
times.
I
You
did.
You did the movie, of course.
I did do the
You were
motion
Joanne.
picture first. I was Joanne, and then I did it on Broadway. I played
The
Joanne.
final Rent.
Final Rent on Broadway,
On
and
the
then I
Broadway.
did the Hollywood Bowl, and I played Joanne. And
The whole time. Actually, you never actually switched to being Angel or something. How weird.
that was Joanne.
So do people mostly, when people come up to you on the street and they know who you are, what project are they referring to? Is it mostly Rent?
It's weird. It kind of depends on where I am.
That makes sense. You mean like what city you're in?
Yeah, because Cold Case is a huge
Oh,
local
yes,
phenomenon.
Cold Case,
so,
of course.
People love Cold Case, but often with Cold Case, they just know I'm from some crime show. So they start yelling out letters at me. Like
Letters.
CSI, SVU.
Which one are you?
Missing without a trace. They'll eventually
Right.
get to it, but I'm like, it's Cold Case. I'll go right here.
Big fans.
NCIS Las Vegas. New York.
So it depends where you are. So if you're in New York, what is it?
If I'm in New York, it's often Rent, but usually if I'm right in Midtown,
It's falsetto.
it's not falsettos, but it's usually Rent or
Yeah, that
falsettos
makes
if they
sense.
just saw it. But if I'm in different parts of New York, if I'm in Harlem, it's Cold Case
Interesting. Okay, well,
or Devil Wears Prada because
because you were one of the
Devil
sassy,
Wears Prada.
right?
Oh yeah,
Friends.
one of my
One of the
one of my
friends.
stints in the Black Best Friend for a section of my career.
Check. But you are here because you are going to make your 54 Below debut
Debut.
tomorrow and then again on Saturday.
Yeah, at 7 p.m. both days.
And you're having Mr. Billy Porter join you?
I am.
I know, I'm a huge fan.
At least tomorrow. We're still working on Saturday.
Yeah. So tell me what you're gonna. I mean, we don't want to reveal everything. You got to go get
I
a ticket
don't,
and see
I
it.
don't.
But give me a
keep
taste.
fixing my hair.
Give me a.
Well, basically what it is it's a collection of love songs. The show is usually called Seasons. That is the name of the show. It's called Seasons. And basically we explore the different aspects of love. And it's mostly songs that you know, even if you don't know you know them.
Like show tunes?
No,
Love songs.
love songs. There's not a lot of show tunes in it. It's
Interesting.
very soulful, party, sing-along atmosphere,
I like that.
And they're, and they've been arranged by Billy Porter and James Sampliner.
Because
So
only the best.
only the best, and it's very funky. It's a funky show.
Loving,
This is not like
sing along. These are all good buzzwords.
yeah. These aren't like oh, let's hear my favorite show tunes because that's a different show.
Right.
And we're not doing that show. We're doing my
Do you
favorite
want
songs
to tell
of
us
all
a little
time.
bit of your set list, or is it all a secret? It is your debut.
I'll tell you the artists
Oh.
rather
Okay.
than the songs. There's some Stevie Wonder.
Ooh.
There's some Donny Hathaway. Some John Legend.
If you're not sold yet, if you haven't bought your ticket right now,
I know, you need
pause
to buy
the
your
wait.
ticket
Go
because
ahead.
it's really
That
a
sounds
funky
awesome.
show.
That sounds
There might be a
awesome.
little Michael McDonald in there.
Interesting. This is eclectic. You're an eclectic gal. I
Might
like
be a little
it.
Nina Simone in there. A little.
Oof.
And there may be a show tune or two.
Oh. You never know. You could throw something
You
in.
never know. What I love about the show, the reason why I don't want to tell just my set list outright, is because James and Billy have put together these arrangements where you don't know what's coming until the words come.
Ooh.
So I don't want to.
It's not like, oh, the first
It's
note,
not like the
and
first
then,
note. You're like, oh, what it
that
is. You
tune.
know, people. A lot of times there's a bait and switch thing happening where you think it's one song, and then different words come out, and people go, oh.
that
And I don't
sounds
want to rob
fun.
anybody of that experience because it's a really fun moment
That's
that
awesome.
happens over and over again.
And we're going to take some questions because, you know,
Because
the
that's why we're
fans.
here.
That's why we're here. First of all, William just wants to say you were amazing on Falsetto's album, and I second that, William.
Thank you.
Seasons of Love, yes, we get it. Scott wants to know, what is your favorite style of music? Since you do have eclectic taste.
You
a hard
know,
question.
it is a hard question because I like all kinds of music and I was brought up on all kinds of music, which makes me very, very lucky. You know, I grew up listening to everything from, you know, Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson to, you know, Johnny Mathis,
Old school.
Barbra Streisand, you know, watching show tunes. I didn't realize that everybody didn't listen to show tunes. I thought
I
that
think
was
a
just...
lot of people relate to that if they're watching this right now.
Well,
I know
I
do.
just didn't know, and you know, so I thought that everybody was like, "Oh yeah, sure," and then we'll listen to Dreamgirls, and then we'll listen to the Pearly soundtrack, and then
Duh,
we'll listen to,
of course.
you know, things like that. So, but my favorite things to sing, I think, will probably be like a soulful pop rock
Love it.
space.
Peyton asks, are you excited about Billy Porter's engagement? He's getting
I am
married.
so excited about it, and not at all surprised. I mean, I'm surprised because I didn't know it was about to happen, so I was kind of mad that I wasn't consulted.
That would have
Really.
been kind of odd, but okay. I need
But
to be
still,
involved.
you know what I mean? Like, I know somebody, you know,
No one told
usually
you. You
when
weren't in on
somebody,
it.
your friend, is about to like pop the question, usually like you know. And
This
I
is a
didn't
total
know.
surprise.
So we'll talk about that later.
We'll get there. Abigail asks, who is your dream co-star? Wait, first of all, you've already worked with so many people's dream co-stars. I mean, I won't even go down the list because it's bananas. Just Rent alone. But
Just Rent alone.
Alone.
I've been extremely lucky in my career to work with amazing people.
But if you had a dream co-star, ooh, there's some noise here. There's a guttural noise happening.
Jeez. I mean, a musical theater? We're going to stick in musical theater?
You know, it could be a big movie
World.
or world.
You know who I always wanted to work with, and this is going to be a very strange thing, but it's actually not strange to me. I always wanted to work with John Leguizamo.
Johnny Legs. I know you're watching.
Just thought
John.
it would be really fun. I think it would be
coming
really,
off Broadway
really
this
fun.
season.
I know. That's like
It's
that's
called
like
Latin History for Morons.
that's a long-term one that I always like. You know what? That would be really fun to work with him. But you know, like I'd love to work with Kristen Chenoweth, for example, because why not? I've worked
Because
with
you
the
already
other
worked
half
with
of
Adina.
Wicked.
That's right. Just check them off. Just all the way down.
Check. Check.
So Abigail asks, any advice for aspiring actors?
Yes, I'll give you the same advice I give everybody. Train.
So Juilliard trained
Learn
actor
your
right
learn
there.
your craft. I've had an immense amount of training that's kind of obscene and overkill.
She's overtrained.
Yes, I want
Okay,
to
so train. That's
train,
number one.
learn your craft, and then don't let anything stop you.
Don't be discouraged.
Yeah, even your mama. If
Even
you have
your
to
mama.
do it, if your mama can discourage you, then this isn't the right thing for you to do. You
I
know what I'm
love
saying?
it.
If
I
your
love
mama can say, "Don't do that," and you go, "Okay, mom," then it wasn't right for you. You have to
my
be
gosh.
unstoppable.
Liam wants to know, what would you and Betsy Wolfe do backstage during Act 1 of Falsettos? Because we're not in Act 1 of
Okay,
Falsettos.
right. I would color. I got really
Like
into
coloring
these
books?
coloring
Like
books.
adult coloring books?
Yeah, yeah.
Dirty ones? Just asking.
No,
I'm
these
just,
ones.
you know,
I've
this is
sold a lot of
journalism,
these
people.
books because I post pictures of them on my Instagram. There's these books called Quirkles, and the Quirkle books. There's like 4 or 5 books, and the page is a series of interlocking circles. It looks like a mess,
Sounds kind of mesmerizing.
but it's color by number. And when you color them, like the 5 is the lightest color, and one is the darkest color. So you just pick your colors and you go, and the picture emerges
Ooh, that's
from the
fun.
circles.
So you
It's
would
kinda
color. What
like
was Betsy doing?
singing a lot.
Coloring, singing. It's
She
like
sang a
kindergarten
lot.
back there.
Yeah, and we both would post on social media a lot. We would see each other's posts from next door, and it was really like,
Interact by
Betsy just posted. Now I'm gonna post too. Blah 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 blah. 'Cause, we're in a very political climate, and we had a very vocal cast. So we did a lot of that, and we listened to the show, and
Wait for your moment.
colored and
When you're-
warmed up and steamed and did all that boring stuff.
Okay, Elise wants to know your favorite show to binge watch.
So many. I'm obsessed with Black Mirror. I just watch it over and over again. Of course, Stranger Things was awesome. I just binge watched Chewing Gum on Netflix,
I don't know what that is.
and
but it
I
sounds
really,
interesting.
really highly recommend it. This, did you watch Black Mirror?
No, but everyone tells me to. Like literally everybody. Caitlin didn't see it. No,
There's this
no,
woman in
I
Black
can't do
Mirror who was in one scene in Black Mirror in the episode with Bryce Dallas Howard, and she played an airline attendant. I think her name was.
it. I
her
think I
name was
only saw one
Michaela.
episode and Cherry
Michaela.
Jones was in it.
It was that episode.
That one. Oh, it was that one.
Remember when she tried to get on the plane? And the
Yeah.
one was like, I'm so sorry for you, but, and now I have to call security. That chick, she created her own show. It's called Chewing Gum, and she's fantastic. And I'm kind of obsessed with it. Started it over last night.
You guys know the
And
right question
Stranger
to ask.
Things, of course. Stranger Things is like a no-brainer.
Okay, we're gonna do a speed round because there's so many questions.
Okay, yeah.
And first we'll do a love round. Love Nicole Kiss. Oh my God, you're so good in Rent. Oh my God, Falsettos. Okay, we get it.
Yes, I
All
do
right.
keep in touch with my castmates
Cold
from Cold
Case.
Case. We have a running
Group text.
group text, and we
Oh
just
my God,
send
the cast
pictures
group
and stuff.
text
Yeah.
that I want to see in this world.
Yeah.
All right, dream role right now, asks Haley.
I always say Angelica.
That was next one.
'Cause-
Favorite Hamilton song, asks Paris.
Well satisfied then, I guess. But they're all so good. I mean, Hamilton is like,
And you worked with
especially-
Renee.
And I worked with Renee.
You know the whole crew.
Yeah.
Um,
And Brian Terrell Clark, yes, tonight. Break legs tonight. That's so exciting.
Liana asks, if you got the opportunity to do a show in the West End, would you take it?
Yes.
Of course.
Next.
Of course. If Falsettos went on tour and asked you to tour with them, would you?
Most likely, yes. These things have to, you figure out the timing, but.
And Ashby, this is our last one, asks, any upcoming projects? Besides going to 54 Below, which you guys have to do.
Yeah, 54 Below is the thing. Love Season 2 is coming out on Netflix soon, so please tune into that because shenanigans happen in that show, of course. I make an appearance in American Gods, which was coming out on Stars soon, and that'll be really fun.
Can you come back to
And,
Broadway soon, please?
if they'll have me.
We'll have you. I mean, I don't speak for Broadway, but I'm going to pretend like I do. Sure. Yes.
I mean,
please.
hey, Broadway's, it's, theater is my home, so it's always lovely to come back.
We
And,
want you to come home.
well, I would love to be
All right, you guys. We'll see you later. Take care.